I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. F it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Hey, y'all, this is Ryan Monso, and this is the Talking About Them Cougars podcast from GoCoogs.com. That's Brad Towns, and we're here for Star Pizza, Section 12X, and Recruiting Plus. Brad, tell us about Star Pizza.
Star Pizza is delicious. It's almost that time of year. Season's coming. I think, we've had our luxurious summer bods. Now it's time to carve up for the season. No better place to do it than at Star Pizza. You like pizza? Delicious. Do you like pasta? Just as good, if not better. And all of it is great. And my favorite desserts.
My favorite desserts. Hey, guys, go Cougs. Our boy Tim, go Cougs.
Good to see you guys back again.
It's nice to see everybody.
Hot summer.
4 months we have not done this and in any form, the post-game show or this show, but it's good to be back. Section 12X, look at those hats. Got them everywhere. Got polos coming. Hats are out. Section 12X.com. We're going to have a giveaway today, a hat and a polo. That's coming up after Eddie Nunez joins us. He'll be here in a couple of minutes. Brad, what are your thoughts heading into the football season?
Well, first off, it made me really sad to kick this thing off to hear that that dial-up music, since it's the death of AOL this year, and all the wonderful sounds of my youth are slowly fading.
What the fuck is going on?
So, what was your question?
I don't know. I'm already over this. Can we go home?
I am at the GoCoogs Studio West.
Yes, you're in the B studio. The A studio,
yeah, check that out.
is here. We've got building a photo wall, Mario Puente's photos. Mostly, I got Duarte over my shoulder here that I took that photo, and then if you get a look at Brad Towns just staring me down there. Not exactly what anybody wants to see over their shoulder. Ready for Star Pizza next week. Get it,
yeah.
Richard. How about them Cougs and in before it was popular? Well, you still get a long time until that. But thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. Can't hear Brad. That's too bad.
Can you hear me better
But we're
now?
gonna, who cares? We're gonna get on with our guy Eddie Nunez is joining us right now. Eddie is in his car, and he is sporting one of the sickest polos I have ever seen. You got the Houston blue in the logo, Nike shirt, but those don't exist. This is not a real shirt. This is a green screen. Not real.
This is my way of trying to add new color to our university in different ways. So yeah, I might be doing something our university doesn't really like, is using this look, but I think our fans like it. What do you think?
I
tell
love
you
that
what,
shirt.
the fans do like it, and I'm not a huge fan of the blue, but I really like that one. That looks nice.
Thank you. Sorry
That
about
one looks
my
nice.
caller. I just we were here at the soccer match, so I decided to come on in here and do the call from here.
Air conditioning better than sitting out there talking to us. Eddie, today is 1 year since you were announced. How do you think it's gone?
I think it's gone great. First of all, do I get a cake or anything, balloons or anything at some point?
No.
Okay,
you still don't have a full
hoping
media distribution.
Gosh darn it! I was hoping somebody's gonna give me something, a card. No, it's been great. Like everything else, it's been learning a lot, taking it a lot in, understanding with some of our challenges that were here when I arrived here, and just trying to find ways to continue to lift our program up in every which way how. So, had great successes, not just on the courts and on the field. I mean, of course, we could talk about men's basketball's run all day, but then you have our academics. Every team this year set goals to hit their highest marks, and I think every team achieved it at some point, either in the fall or spring. We had 2 GPA records. Our fundraising is going to be the highest ever, and so when you start putting all those are all great. But we still have so much work to still do, and so I'm excited. It's been a wonderful ride. I've gotten to know so much about the city, so many new people, and it just keeps me more energized because I know how much more is possible.
If you were asked to grade yourself and your staff this first year, what would you give it?
It's a hard one because I remember I took over and a lot of the things were already started for this year. So I had to learn a lot of who my staff was. I had to get to know what their vision, what their expectation. They had to learn who I was. I had to get to know coaches very quickly. Some had already started their seasons. I think at times I would say there's ways that I think we did. I'll give myself a strong B. I think in ways I'd say there's A's in some categories because we excelled academically and fundraising in some of these other areas. But then on the other side, I still see so much more. So even if I gave myself an A or a B or a C, it doesn't matter. The reality is I'm never content with where we are. And so we still got to keep working, and we have so much more to do.
Brad?
Last year we talked about some of the things that you wanted to do as far as really expanding the base of donors and also season ticket holders. I want to know, what are your thoughts of where are you standing currently? What does it look like coming up here in the near future?
Yeah, I mean, we have probably brought in 100 plus new donors just from the end of basketball season until today. That's not counting all the new season ticket holders that we've picked up in football. The one thing I was very proud of this year is in basketball, as like an example, football and basketball both, we had, for whatever reason throughout the years, brokers kept buying tickets in our venues. We were able to take back probably 200 plus, maybe even closer to 500 in some areas of broker tickets. And for basketball is a great example. We have a wait list for years of people, our own fans that wanted tickets. Now we were able to give them that access, which was great. So it took some maneuvering to make sure we got our tickets back but more than anything else, it was bringing new people that had not been season ticket holders in basketball because they just didn't have a chance. So we've been able to really lift up some of these areas. We still have some ways we can improve, but between you add those kind of pieces, bringing new donors in, new season ticket holders, we brought at least 10 new corporate sponsors already to this point. And this year alone, last year we probably had around 8 new ones, and some before I got here. So we're trying to grow that. I'd love to get that to 20 plus every year, that we can get new corporate partners and really solidify the ones that we do have.
Okay.
That's awesome. That was going to be my follow-up question as far as the corporate partners go, but you got it.
Yeah, listen, the corporate partnership is a unique one. Just hit a little more on that one. This is a huge city. We've talked about this. Everybody knows this. It has endless number of Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 1,000 companies, if you think about it. And what we're really trying to sell to everybody out there is we understand that some of these companies may have affiliations, they graduated from different schools, but if your home base is here, then how do we find a way for them to partner with us? Because we're all trying to lift the city up. They want it. They want their staff, their own company to be able to be in a city that thrives, have a university that thrives. And also, if you think about most of these companies, their pipelines of staff members are coming from the University of Houston. I mean, I use this all the time. Centerpoint, who's a great partners. I mean, they have over 500 plus employees that are UH grads. So we have to keep finding ways to maximize our approach with them, get them on board through partnerships, through NIL, through anything that we can. There's so many possibilities, but more than anything else, we have to be aggressive, and we have to get in front of them, have those conversations, and let them know who we are. Let them build that trust with us, and be very transparent with them and how we're going to do business and what the vision is for our department. You
said there's so much still to do. What are the biggest 2 or 3 goals you have for this academic year?
I want to see all our student athletes continue to raise the chance for them to compete for championships across the board. I want them to be able to have a chance to prepare themselves for life. So those two, I know people say those a lot, and it's kind of goes along with our role. Excuse me, but it resonates quite a bit here because when you think about all who goes pro and everything else, it's important for us to be able to set them up for life. Right now, they're dealing with a lot more financial. You think about rev share and everything else. They're managing these funds and everything else. How do you prepare them to understand the tax bracket, everything else that's coming on, life, all those different pieces? But for me in this department, it's excuse me, continuing to grow the standard of what we do and how we do it. Getting better every day, elevating our marketing, our ticketing, our fundraising. I still see so much more possibilities that exist there, and building that brand. I want people, I think maybe, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I feel it, and I've seen many of our donors tell me the same. You see a lot more people wearing UH in the city over the last year. And that's hopefully a focused approach by us and everyone else with merchandising, with branding, with pushing the emphasis out there. And the more we can do of that, the better we're all going to be.
Okay. A question from our audience. The 46ers was a group, a fundraising group. Why was that discontinued?
Can't even tell you that. I apologize. I don't even know what the 46ers were. And I'm
okay.
not trying. You know me, if I don't know it, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find out more about it. One of the things that I'm trying to do with our Cougar Pride is I'm trying to work on bringing it back into a 501c3, like many major university athletic departments. It's not to be different or pull it away from the campus, actually still stay incorporated within the campus, but do a 501c3 that allows us to do more, be able to do, provide our fans, our donors, more access to tax donations. But with this whole rev share, with NIL, we have to be able to bring more in-house. And so we are looking at how we're doing all our fundraising. Alvin Franklin has done a tremendous job for us in really building that group across the board. And so I will look more into it. I don't have an answer, but I'll get an answer and make sure everyone here hears it.
Okay. You brought up rev share. What does that look like from your point of view? How is it changing how you're raising money, and what is it like paying athletes?
I think everybody believes in it. I think everybody understands it, understands the purpose of why we do it and why it's being, why we are where we are today. Could we have been in a better place if the NCAA and others would have taken more of a proactive approach years ago? Absolutely. The fact is we can't go backwards. All we got to do is continue to find ways to make this better. It's where it is today is not going to be where it's going to be tomorrow or next year or the following. That we know. So what we've been trying to do is really put an emphasis on making sure that our agreements with the student athletes are as positive as they can be, with an understanding of what we're trying to get at with this agreement, and then we're making sure that we execute these deals as they are in the contract. So they've been great. Most if not all our student athletes that have some kind of rev share opportunity have taken full advantage of this. The NIL is a little bit unique because that's now converting. We're still going to have Lincoln Cougs in a way. We're going to have a component of NIL in-house that's going to allow us. We are branding this, so there is one umbrella that's going to have everything when it comes to NIL. But the rev share part of it, the one thing that it's hopefully trying to level the playing field. This first year is a little bit unique because many people were able to do more things prior to the start of July 1st when rev share came on board. I do feel as we continue to go over the next several years, yes, this is going to go up, but at the same time, as it goes up, hopefully there's better guide rails that allow us to at least understand. No one's telling us that we need to stop anything, but making sure that we all follow a plan, just like they do in the NBA and all these other major organizations, major leagues. If we have those understandings, it'll allow our coaches, our student athletes, everybody to be more efficient and effective.
Okay. You were at the Big 12 AD meetings earlier this week. Y'all voted on a rule for sharing athletic injuries, I guess is the best way to put it.
Player
Is
availability.
that player availability? Sure. Is that a response to gambling? How does y'all frame that?
No, I think you've seen it in the NFL, you've seen it in the NBA. Everyone has a player availability report. This has actually been discussed for a long time. It's been something that coaches, of course, if you view it just as an injury report, there's coaches out there that may think that someone's going to get a competitive advantage on them. And so what we've tried to do is really we've seen what the NFL, the NBA, others, major leagues, they all have some availability report that they put out. Does it attribute to some possible what happens in the world of the gambling? Yeah, one of the things we're trying to get away from is the illegal stuff that's also happening behind the scenes and people getting information and putting it out there and saying such is not playing. So you see the numbers. Gambling is a challenge right now for all of us when it comes to college athletics because everyone has access to it from in the world with these phones and everything else. I mean, between fantasy football and everything else that comes along with gambling, it makes it a little bit more challenging than ever. And we want to make sure we educate our student athletes, and we're doing that. And we're making sure they understand that what they can gamble on if they choose to do it, if they're of age and that's what they choose to do, they understand what that will entail. NCAA continues to make it a little bit more accessible in some areas so that there's hopefully a cleaner perspective on where what you can do, what you can't do.
Okay. Brad, you have another question? Okay.
Great.
Eddie, we appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
You hit everything that I wanted to know.
Well, I appreciate it. You guys were good. As always, anytime I can do anything, let me know. And if any of your viewers have any other questions, just send them over to me. I'll be able to answer them as I can. But thanks again for what y'all do and for this podcast and continuing to message out about what we do and how we do things. So thanks, guys. And I'm going to be expecting my cake or something now soon.
Yeah. Absolutely. You wait on that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
The people are in love with your polo.
There we go.
They want to get access to that. So maybe we can make that happen. All right. Thank you, Eddie. We appreciate it.
Have a great night. Thanks again.
All right.
You guys.
So he answered some questions. I wish he would have had more info on the 46ers, but I'm sure he's going to track that down and get back to us on that. You have any thoughts on what you just heard?
You can't help but get really excited when being around him. Just the energy and the directness that he comes with. I like it. I like it a lot. Being a career sales guy, I just like it. I think he does a great job of presenting. At some point, I hope we can get some. I'd like them to really boast about the numbers. Let's talk money. Let's
Okay.
how much we're getting donations. Let's talk about how much raising. Create a little bit of momentum. Create a little bit of hype around that.
You need to work on your microphone. It's a little bit of an issue for me, and I think for other people watching. While you do that, we're going to move on. Tanner Koziol is here.
Hey.
The new tight end sensation. Hey. The new tight end sensation for U of H, 6'8" from the north, but, whatever. Tanner, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. You had a day off today. This is rest. This is getting your fluids in.
Mm-hmm.
You've got one more week of camp before you get into game week.
Yes,
Where do
sir.
you think this is? How's this has gone for you so far?
It's been going awesome. I mean, we have such a great staff here, and more importantly, we just have such a good culture in the locker room. And being with all the guys in the locker room and getting so close to them so fast has just truly been a blessing. And I've had my great time here so far, and I'm looking forward to the season.
Are you a better player than you were a year ago, 2 years ago? And if so, what has made you better? How have you gotten better?
Yes, sir. Just being with the coaches here, and Coach Stone, our assistant tight end coach, has done an amazing job. Just really the details of everything, just the small things on the plays that make them work, and especially footwork in the run game has been big, and just continuing to get better at that. And I think I've gotten a lot better in my routes and just getting in and out of breaks and kind of just being a smarter route runner. And I think I've just improved all over. And especially this is the heaviest I've weighed during my football career at 250, 245. And feels really good. I feel like I'm moving really well, and it's been fun.
You've talked to me about this being a tight end friendly offense.
Mm-hmm.
You're moving all over the field, doing things that we haven't really seen tight ends do here.
Yes, sir.
What is it what Slade Nagel brings to the table? Why are you able to do so much?
Yeah, I think Coach Nagel is just really good at putting guys in the positions that they're best at and moving them wherever it takes, and just finding out what they're good at and putting them in the positions to do that. And that's just something that I feel like I'm a very versatile tight end, and I'm excited to just line up everywhere. I love doing it. I love doing as much football as I can, so it's really fun.
If you were scouting Tanner Koziol, what would the scout be?
What do you mean?
I mean, if you had to break you down for somebody, how would you do that?
Yeah, I think I'm a high motor player. I just want to win every game that I play. I want to win every rep that I have. And I would describe him as just a competitor, number one.
Okay. Brad?
Hear me?
Yeah.
Is my mic any better?
Sure.
Let's see if we can make it. I don't know if it's going to get too loud. Anyway, I was looking at some of your numbers from last year, looking on the PFF.com. Looks like you did most of your damage up through the middle of the field.
Yes, sir.
Do you see this offense utilizing you in the same way, or is there going to be other opportunities to kind of move you around in different spots?
Yeah, I think I'll be able to move around in different spots and just be wherever I'm asked to be. I think I have the versatility to do it, and just having a full understanding of the offense as well to do it is another thing.
And so last year, when you had 93 catches, is that right?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's insane. You know that, right?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Okay, so that was a huge jump from your two previous years. What was the big change there? Was it the coaching change, different offense?
Yeah, so my tight end coach at Ball State, he was my tight end coach in 22 and 23. And then the 24 season, he got moved to offensive coordinator full time and the tight end coach. And just the bond that I had with him, and really he taught me everything to know about football and the X's and O's of it. And from that standpoint, just being in the film room every day with him, he would be game planning and I would be in the room with him while he's game planning, and just really being in the film room with him and learning exactly what he's calling and why. And then I'm the guy that goes out there and does it. It's like an extension of the coaching staff on the field for him. So it felt really good to just have such a good understanding of football. And I think that's why I was able to have so much production.
Okay. I'm going to mention a couple of guys, and I just want you to give me a few thoughts when you hear their names. Luke McGarry.
He's an animal. He's an absolute beast, and he's a great person more than anything. He's been one of my closest friends since I've got here, and he's just an amazing teammate to have, and it's awesome lining up with him and playing.
What do you mean animal?
He's a big bruiser. He's just stocked up, and he's just awesome, especially on the golf course.
Okay. What about the freshman tight end, Wyatt Herbal?
Yeah, he's a smart player. He's very open to learn, and he's learning fast, and he's just he's fast too. He moves very well.
He was rated the number 78 tight end in this class. I've seen him in practice. I can't imagine there's 75 plus tight ends better than him in this freshman class. Do you?
No. Yeah, that's why rankings don't mean anything.
No,
It's
they don't
about
mean
what you
anything.
get on the field. Absolutely.
Okay. What about Jaden York?
He's awesome. He's a veteran. He's playing football for a while, and he's seen a lot of things, and he knows the game very well, and he's awesome to be in a tight end room with because he talks to you and wants to continue. Like each rep, you come back to the sideline. Not only do you talk to your coach, you talk to him too, and he's just awesome with that.
Okay. What about Connor Wegman?
I'll describe him as accurate. His deep ball this camp has been something to watch. Just seeing him drop it in a bucket, but also the want to and the leadership that he has with our offense has been awesome.
When you see the number of receivers you have and then add the tight ends into that, this feels like it could be a pass-heavy offense. Willie does not have that reputation of throwing it a bunch, but do you think it's going to be a little more than he's done in the past?
I mean, it could be. We want to put the ball on the ground because at the end of the day, that's how you win games, and especially in the 4-minute scenarios. And that's something we've been stressing this camp, is making sure that we're good at multiple different types of runs. And I think that will be a very multiple offense and be able to do both very well, and it'll be awesome.
Okay. Brad, do you have anything else?
No.
Okay.
I had to think.
All right. He gave you a choice. All right. Tanner, we appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
I thank you.
All right. We are moving quick today. First show, trying to figure things out. We're going to move into something else immediately. Then we're going to look at some comments and go in a different direction. But we're going to bring Frederick in. He's from Section 12X. He is the guy that is putting this new company, this new brand, this new lifestyle apparel on the map and has done a fantastic job. Frederick, tell us why you started this.
Hey, well, first, thanks for having me on. But this really all started, I guess, early last year when I started seeing fans ask, hey, why does this school have this type of apparel? Why do they have these really neat polos and options available? And why doesn't Houston have the same opportunity? And I started thinking, it's been something that I've been thinking as well. But I'm like, that's about time to change. I know the fans have been asking for some really neat things, and I think it really just took somebody to take that plunge, to be the I guess the quote unquote innovator of some new stuff and things that are really high quality, just like some of these other big brands. And while we're not some of these other name brands out there, we are definitely acting just like them in a big way. We don't skimp on quality. Everything that we do is quality first and uniqueness for the University of Houston. So, everything that we have, like this is one of our new polos that we just launched on Friday. It's not just a generic design that you can throw any school's logo on. It is truly U of H patterns. Same with this other option that we have. It's the Swagger Coug one. Same with the hats. You've probably seen some of those come out, but we try to make everything fairly custom to U of H, made from scratch, not off of blanks. But really just thought there was a blank space out there that the fans were looking for. And I just kind of started bringing it to life, and hopefully all the fans really enjoy the new gear that we're bringing out.
So you're going to do something with us give some gear away. You're going to give away a polo and a hat, correct?
Yes, yeah, we'll be giving away some freebies tonight to two lucky viewers. So, Brad, I think you've got the option to do a randomizer or a picker. Is that right?
Yes. Brad,
Yes.
you have
I'm
one
looking
job.
I'm looking for it. I don't see it.
Okay. We'll get back to that. Good job, Bradley, as always. Gave you 12 hours. So you have gone into this space. You've never done this before, correct?
Yeah. This time last year, or probably early spring last year, I had zero apparel design experience, zero illustration experience. I knew nothing about fashion. I mean, even my wife was, kind of blasting me about my lack of fashion and prints and whatnot. And so it's really just something I've learned from scratch. I've had a lot of really great helpers along the way, in certain spaces and whatnot. And even our manufacturers that we work with, I mean, they are world-class manufacturers that I don't think a lot of people realize that we're using the same manufacturers as some of these worldwide brands out there. So that was the whole goal, is just quality first and making sure that everything that we do is done right and done well. But even them, I mean, they've helped me along the way. If there was something that didn't make sense, then, we kind of took it step by step. But, here we are. And, I feel like I'm an expert in a couple different things that I never even thought of 2 years ago. So.
This is new running back Dean Connors sporting the 12X hat today at FanFest. Look at that thing. He shaved off his horrible beard and most of the mustache. So thank God for that. But yeah, I mean, that hat, Towns has been wearing it since the spring, and he is not, he still had a fat U of H logo from 20 years ago, which he wore every day.
Hey, right here. This hat right here is older than a lot of our players.
Yes. But now he wears the 12X hat pretty constantly. And so if you are interested in that, it's section12x.com. The new hats, the new shirts, it's going pretty well, is what it looks like from my point of view. Do you think it's going well?
Yeah, it's going pretty well, actually. We're still a brand new brand. We launched, Final Four weekend with the Caps for like a pre-sale, and then they actually started hitting customers about a month later. And man, when we got them in, and I think it's just taking time for people to realize that, hey, there's a new player in the UH apparel space. So, I mean, for as little as we are right now, and as probably a few people that do actually know about us right now, in the grand scheme of things, it's gone very well. There's been a huge amount of support from Coug Nation. Couldn't have been more proud. And that just makes me want to just keep innovating, keep coming out with brand new designs and new things as we go. So, and I think there's probably some information out there on some of my videos about some teasers, but my goal is to really, hit a couple different times throughout the year. So we'll have more coming out later in this fall and winter, something coming up here in a couple weeks. But my goal is to have something in the fall, something in the spring, just give a lot of options to Coug fans. So all I can say is appreciate everyone's support so far. It's been absolutely tremendous, and can't thank you enough.
Yeah. The one thing we've got to do is get those 5Xs in the 12X.
All right.
We got to get my guy. Can you do it?
Yes.
I think so. I think we can.
The key word here is, copy and paste it. Make sure
12X, hashtag 12X.
No, I'm the one that put it in there. Post it in a comment. Hashtag section 12X. Down in the comments down there.
Okay. So what you have to do is type this into the comments, and then it will randomly generate a winner. Is that correct?
That
Okay. So we're going to put that up on the banner, and this is going pretty well. All right, Frederick. Well, we will appreciate everything you've done, and the merchandise is fantastic. We're giving it away. We gave it away to a couple of players this week. We gave it away to Mike Pittman from Star Pizza. And, everybody has just been, whoa, that looks fantastic. There you go. Section 12X. You get your name in there.
For everyone out there who might have a big noggin like me, be aware this hat fits big giant buffalo heads.
There you go. What can you say more to that? All right. Thank you, Frederick. We appreciate it.
Thank you, buddy.
I appreciate you having me on. Good.
All right. Take that off the screen. Boogie's going to come on. I don't want to take away from him. So we're just going to keep moving on. Stephon, Boogie Johnson.
What's going on?
Welcome.
How you doing, bud?
I'm good.
How do you think your camp has gone so far?
I feel like it's been good. I feel like I've improved on a lot of things that I need to work on when it comes to just being a better receiver. And for me, this camp hasn't really been about my ability, to make plays and things like that, because I know I can do that. It's just been my leadership and how I carry myself daily in and out. I'm just trying to set a good example for all the young guys, and show them the way and how it's supposed to be done.
Did the coaching staff come to you and say, we need you to be a more vocal leader or a bigger leader on this team?
Yeah, definitely. I've had those conversations with Coach Fritz, Coach Sherman, multiple times, and they've really just told me, we're gonna go as I go, and just everything with coming in every day, just having the right attitude and coming in with energy, and me bringing the energy every day. It's important for us as a team. So.
Besides the leadership component, why are you a better player than you were a year ago?
For me, it's just mindset. My mindset has changed, and I have a lot of a lot of motivation with guys that I went to school with and guys that I've grown up with that have gotten opportunities at the NFL level, and Matthew Golden and Ollie Gordon, like just guys like that I was lived in the same house with, and just people that I was really close to, make it to that next level. And I was saying that, it's possible for me, and I'm right there. So I kind of just, my mindset is just kill every day. I'm just trying to attack the day, do what I need to do and be where my feet at.
Brad?
Last year, of course, was Willie's first year.
Yeah.
Now you've gone through 2 different summer camps. How do you compare this year to last year?
Yeah, this year it's just been, a lot more focused and a lot more detail when with Coach Nagel here, and he's brought a lot of energy and a different spark to our offense. He's big on just, everybody knowing what they need to do and taking care of their 111. His biggest thing is if everybody takes care of their one-on-one, then we'll be perfect. We'll win games, and we'll, score those 30, 40 points like we want to do. But for camp to camp, honestly, it's just been, I think, the focus and honestly, that new facility and just the things that's been happening for us. I think it gives a lot of light and a lot of excitement and hope for the team.
Tell me about that new facility. How is it settling in there and just having that all bright and shiny?
Yeah, it's great. Like when I came over, when I transferred over, it was kind of different for me because we had our own facility at my previous school. But I'm glad that we're finally able to get something where we're proud of. It's one of the best in the country, and we in there every day just trying to get better. And like we learning how to maneuver through there and the new process of things. But it's been great so far.
So in this year in the offense, they're going to free you up a little bit, let you get deep.
Yeah. I don't want to speak too much on it, man. But we'll see in 11
Don't
days.
divulge game plans, but
11 days from now, we'll see. Everybody will see what's going on. But nah, they really want to feature me in this offense and want to just move me around to different spots and not just have me in the same area and not just screen middle field. Like I'm gonna be doing everything I need to do just to help the Cougars out.
awesome.
A lot of people wouldn't know Derek Sherman if you pointed him out. Tell me why he's so important and what he's meant to that receiver room.
Every day he comes in with the same attitude. You never tell when he's up or you never tell when he's down. He's always at that same level headed. But for him, he's just he's a good person outside of football, and he wants the best for us. With the best father, the best man we could be, and not just the best athlete. So he giving us life skills with football. He always says football is a road to get to whatever you want in this life. And he's played a big role in my development in the last few years and just me becoming a better player.
What is different about this team than the one you were on a year ago?
I think just the drive and the want of not wanting to go through what we went through last year. Us going through those hardships and losing games that I feel like we shouldn't have lost. That brings us closer because it's like we understand what it's like to be at the bottom and be a team that people kind of sleep on. So I want we just want everybody to keep sleeping and they'll see. We'll wake everybody up soon enough. But the mindset every day is to just be better than yesterday.
Okay, Brad.
It's strange. You lost a couple you might should have won, and then you won some that nobody thought you had a chance to win.
Yeah.
So now we just put it all together and everything's good. So
yeah.
Ryan, can I ask something a little bit off the beaten path here? It's killing me.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Looking in your bio, man, I see you could eat one food for the rest of your life. See, food is near and dear to me. I mean, you can't tell on this probably, but I'm not a small person.
Right.
So you say Jamaican beef patties. I don't know what that. Tell me about it.
Okay, so my mom's side of the family, they 100% Jamaican. They came over from Jamaica, a while back and things like that. But so ever since I've been growing up, it's been Jamaican food at all the functions, Christmas, Thanksgiving, so I've had, oxtails and things like that. But if I had to eat one meal for the rest of my life, I'm eating beef patties every day.
So what are they? I'm not even familiar with it.
It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like, I don't know, man. You just got to go try it, and then when you try it, we're gonna come back to this, on the next interview.
Okay, so where do I try it here in Houston?
You can go
to his mom's.
You can go to my grandma's house. Yeah, get one for my grandma. Nah, but they have them in like the Caribbean Isles at like Target and I think Kroger has them.
Okay, well I got a Kroger right down the road.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to report back on that.
No, you definitely gonna have to try it. So next time I see you, I'm gonna ask you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ask the other question.
I'm gonna piss Ryan off talking about it. Also, see that you're a unique fact. You enjoy old school music. Now,
I do.
What is old school?
Old school to me is got like whatever my pops and my moms was playing back in the day. I'm riding in the car with them. You got like I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but like Marvin Gaye and things like that, like just like old school music. Yeah, like I do like that. I just always remember them times, riding in the car with them, the moments we going places and just listening to it in the car. I ain't really understand it then, like how good the music was then, but I definitely understand it now.
And then when you hear it, it just takes you back.
Yeah, just take me back. Yeah. That's the best way to put it right there. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Stephon, we appreciate this. Thank you so
Yes,
much
sir.
for taking
Nah, I
time
appreciate
on your
you.
Sunday night.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
That's Stephon Johnson. You're going to see a lot of him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go Cougs, man. Go Cougs, man. Y'all know y'all see that right there, man.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
man.
go. Hey.
Yeah.
I got you right over my shoulder here.
That's my
on this bottom
that's
row.
one of my favorite pictures right there.
We're gonna make that. We're gonna get that to you.
All right, bet. Yes, sir.
Yours
I
is great.
appreciate
Let me
you
see
guys.
yours again. Okay, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
But our photographer Mario Puente did this after that West Virginia, that Hail Mary touchdown. What a great moment for you. Appreciate it. Thanks, Stephon.
I appreciate you. Yep. See you later.
All right.
All right, man.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
Yeah.
All right. Let's reset. That was intense. We went through 4 guests right there in just a few minutes.
Look at that. I guarantee you, everybody that's watching right now who have been our longtime viewers are thinking, how the hell did they get through that so quickly? So much information packed in such a little small package. Normally it would take us like 3 hours to get all that.
Okay.
I was impressed.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to step back for a second. I just got a text from Eddie Nunez.
Yes.
He says that he got more information regarding the 46ers. It was paused just before he was hired, he says. And because many fans felt there was confusion within the support group, we will have something come out over the next week that will clarify probably much of what your viewers are looking for. So good on him for immediately going and asking his people about this. He didn't have an answer immediately, but I am all for, if you don't know it, you don't bullshit. You just go and find the answer. And
yes, absolutely.
If that's what he's doing and he's going to get us that information, perfect. That works for me. Okay, now reset. What did you think about the things you just heard with Eddie, with Tanner Koziol, and with Stephon Johnson?
I'm excited. I mean, Eddie got things kicked off and just we turned things up to 11 with him. And speaking of this, can you hear my mic, guys?
It's better, but I am so happy you're the one with the technology issues today.
Hey man, this is rare. This is rare, and it's one that I don't really know what the problem is. But I'll fix it. Excited to hear it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Tanner can bring. Seeing not just him, all the tight ends. If it's gonna be a tight end friendly offense, that gets me excited because I start thinking back to when we had Mark Hafner, and then we had Justin Johnson, patrol of the middle. Justin, of course, he wasn't tight end, but he was playing more like an H-back and then lining up at the slot. But they were really, really good to great options over the middle of the field, and then could also hit stuff in the flats. But they could make stuff up the seam, and they just make life tough for the middle of the field and occupies safeties, middle linebackers, and then all of a sudden, if you can do that, then that frees your fast guys up on the outside to do a whole lot. So now we're going to be able to truly attack a defense and make them make decisions. How we go about that, and that's anybody's guess at this point. But I like to hear it. You gotta feel good about having a 6'7" tight end. You could do a lot of things with that, especially in and around the goal line. It could be your own little Gronk there. But I mean, 93 catches is sick. I mean, that is when I'll go back to Hafner again. He had like 84 catches.
Which felt like a ton.
No, well, I mean, it was, but we had like 4 guys with 80 to 90 catches.
80, yeah, that's true.
But I mean, I'm just one of those guys that I really like to be able to attack the middle of the field, and it's always been that way. And, being where I would stand at Old Robertson would be right in the end zone, right in the walkway in the end zone, and so you see that middle of the field just. It's always so wide open. There's so much damage you can do there. And then, of course, we always did a good job with that, when Case was there because he knew the danger. And, when I hear them say tight end friendly, that to me says code word. We're going to attack the middle.
I think that's fair. You're going to be surprised how often you see guys like Tanner line up out wide, and then he's going to do just so many different things in this offense. Even if it's just different looks, it's going to be completely different than what you saw last year.
Right.
It's all predicated on this offensive line, and we'll get into more of that next week. We have some surprises for you next week. We're going to introduce you to our new Cats third guy on football. Next show, probably going to dip into some basketball next show, and really push forward into that SFA game for sure. I'm sitting here in my new office. I moved over the summer, and so have a new place, a little bigger, a lot bigger. And I'm kind of building my dream office situation, but it just took the worst turn it could ever take. I look at my 4 TVs,
Ooh.
and this is what's on them. And holy crap, that is not what anybody was hoping for.
You get what you get.
You get what you get. So put the section 120 or 12X, excuse me, the drawing back up if you can. We want to make sure that all people that are watching get a chance to get in on this. The first giveaway is going to be for a polo. The second is going to be for a hat. Frederick is going to line you up with everything you need on that. While that's up, we're going to look at some comments here. Good U of H merch is hard to come by. Absolutely appreciate Section 12X.
It's just it seems like a natural fit there, but with the partnership with us, because that's how we got started too. We noticed that there was kind of a hole in the market, and we got tired of we were sitting around saying there should be this, and there should be that, and there should be that. It's like, hold on, why don't we do it? Okay, and so here we are.
And it keeps growing and growing. We're at 800 people watching this. How awesome is that? Where we were last year in football and 2+ years ago in football. Whew. But thank you all so much. Section 12X polo to be delivered Wednesday. Thanks, Frederick. Love the hat and can't wait to try the polo. 12X is nice. Oversized graphic shirts would be dope. So for your graphic shirts, you need to go to Dejan Giroux's website, and I'm blanking on the site. For your regular sports apparel, you need to go to Substantial Worldwide, Galen's thing. But for your polos and your golf hats, Section 12X is what is happening. You get
GoCoogs
closer get closer to the camera to show the awesome pattern. We'll get to that. Golf clubs with the Section 12. Okay, hang on. I mean, this is a one-man operation right now, and I know this from starting GoCoogs. The one-man operation, there is so much to do and so many little things that you're trying to do everything in customer service, and it's like, oh. So I'm sure he'll get to the golf clubs, but you might be waiting a while. The hats are excellent quality. I'm sure the polos are too. Boogie with the target in the background saying he about to catch bodies on the field. I like it. Boogie's watch at FanFest was whatever that is. I am loving your leadership, Boogie. I think this is the thing that is most important with him this year. Everybody takes a step as a senior, but not everybody embraces that leadership role. He is the guy in that room. I think Harvey Broussard is going to be really good. And I think his catch radius is unparalleled on this team. But Stephon does everything right. And he is going to excel in that mid-range passing game, but he's also going to excel over the top. And when you've got a guy like Tanner Koziol, 6'8", go out for a pass, they're going to have a guy or two looking his way. And that's going to give Stephon some options. I really do think that he is going to take that next step. You're going to see something from him that you haven't seen a receiver do. Obviously, Tank had 2 great years, one fantastic year, but he got a lot more looks just because, it was clear he was so much better than everybody else. But there's going to be competition there, and I think Stephon's going to he's still going to shine. I really think you're going to see that. Frederick says, appreciate everyone's support this far. It meant the world. We will be working on additional sizes for 2026 product launches, so keep an eye out. They will get this in a tarp size for Towns. I wonder how the defense holding up in the backfield through camp. I'm going to tell you, you don't have that big name, that AJ Halsey. You don't have that Jeremiah Wilson. I think you have more depth. I think it's a broader depth than what you had last year. The defense was really good last year. I really like Austin Armstrong. I think what he's doing is going to be really good, but you're putting so many new pieces together here that it's not going to look great immediately. There's going to be struggles. It's going to happen on the offense too. But you finally have a schedule that makes a lot of sense for a team debuting this many new people. I think you could potentially have 8 new starters on offense that you didn't have a year ago. That's insane. That just doesn't happen. But I think it really could happen on this offense. So they're going to need a little time to gel. Stephen F. Austin and Rice to start the year should be the way to make that happen. And then you get that off week after Colorado. That's going to be really good for this team too. But I think the defensive backfield had a better day in the scrimmage yesterday than the receiving corps. Love having him as our AD. Just about 10 minutes ago after we read his comments. Brad doesn't know how to work his equipment. He needs to get his shit together. New office is fire. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that. About to put your ass to work. Get ready. It's coming. Section 12X here keeps coming. Can you talk more about Recruiting Plus? It's been great to watch so far. I'm going to be honest with you. Martin Marroquin has done way more work than we have put out. We're sitting on some really good stuff. And it's just because I've been drowning in moving and all of the nightmares that go with that. And with this camp, it's just been so much and so much access. It's a lot. But Recruiting Plus is our new way to look at recruiting. Just like Towns was saying with GoCoogs, how we started off, we saw this hole in the market. Well, we see a hole in the market with recruiting. Because if you think about what Rivals did and what On3 does and what 24/7 does, it's kind of like a Mad Lib. Like they just plug in some names and some locations, and it's kind of the same story every single time. Oh, he loved his visit. He thought the coaches were great. He thinks the offense is perfect for him, but he still has these other. We get it. That's been done. No one's breaking news about recruits where they want to go or their top 5 or 12 or 30 or whatever, because those kids are doing that on their own. So where can you stand out in recruiting? Well, you can talk to the guys, and that's what we're doing. You can break down the film with the guys, their own film. They love breaking down their own film, and they know it better than anybody else. And so Martin's really done a great job of breaking that film down. James Mueller is about to do it for us in basketball. He's come out with one piece. He's working on more. He's going to come with some big stuff. So Recruiting Plus is our new recruiting focus. We have a different membership subscription for that. We'll get more into that next week with you. I want you to see some of that coming out this week and see the quality of the stuff. You have seen some of it, and Martin has done a great job with some guys so far. He has got some fun stuff. We're going to get to it this week as camp starts to wind down and we get a little bit more time not on a football field. I'm going to tell you, I am worn ass out after being on that field for 3 hours. Yesterday, we were in the stadium, and so on those rubber pellets at 120 or 25 degrees, feels like I'm worn out. I'm not playing golf. I'm not doing anything. I'm just worn out. But we're going to get to this. You're going to love what you see. Go check out the content so far at GoCoogs.com/recruiting. The content so far has all been free, so you can access all of it. If you think that is quality stuff, subscribe. If you subscribe on a football article, that helps Martin. If you subscribe on a basketball article, that helps James. We're giving them a big chunk of all the recruiting stuff they bring in. We're paying them for their stuff. We want to make this big. We want to do it different than anyone's done it. And we think this is the way to go. And if it doesn't work, it's Brad's fault because he's the one that said we should do this.
Okay, now I got to ask, is my microphone better?
Yes.
My sound better?
A little bit, yes. Okay, so we should start the show over? Just redo it?
Hey, man, I've had a good time, but I will tell you, I've got to give credit to Dizzy Busy 88. I didn't even think that it could possibly be on the webcam because it wasn't like that earlier. That's the first time I've ever seen the webcam ever do that. So thank you for bringing that to my attention.
Yes. Excited to hear the reviews of 12X Polos. Our guy, Kenneth Bowman, you're going to hear his name a lot more from GoCoogs.com very soon. We're going to get into that next week. We have a new...
Can't give you everything day one.
What's that?
We can't give them everything day one.
No.
We got to have some good stuff.
We are developing a new concept with football coverage, video football coverage. Kenneth is going to be a part of it. Kenneth works with Coug TV. Daniel Rodriguez, who works with Coug TV, is going to be a part of it. I'm going to be a part of it. And it's going to just be a little different slice of U of H football than you've ever seen. I am so excited. We actually filmed our first thing today. I'm excited to see what that starts to look at. Kobe Young has the talent for a great year. I'm telling you, I have loved some of the things I've seen out of Kobe. He's had a really good camp, and his stock is shooting up. He's going to play a pivotal role in this offense before this year is over. Huge congrats for growing the GoCoogs team. So much content over the years. Creating content, building the brand. We are about to hit our 2,000th published article. And I'm pretty excited about that. GoCoogs can't wait for the football season. Fritz is building a powerhouse. not sure if it's been talked about, but I've been hearing Austin Carlisle is the fastest QB in the nation. Did he get faster? I gave him some tips on running a little faster, and I really think that's taken him over the edge. No, this thing is from the video game, the college football video game. They have him as the fastest quarterback in the country. I'm going to tell you, the guy is lightning fast. Is he the fastest in the country? Who cares? It's on the video game. It has to be true.
Yes, that means it's 100% true.
Would you ever want Houston to play in week 0?
Yes.
So here's the thing about that. Once upon a time, U of H was way down the road in discussions to play in week 0 in Ireland in the 2025 season. It would have been this week. I would be in Ireland right now or heading there into Dublin. And U of H was going to play Michigan State. It fell apart. I mean, they weren't like to the point of signing the contracts, but they were pretty far down the road. And they decided to go a different route. They went with Farmageddon. So it'll be Iowa State and Kansas State this week. I think those are two fan bases that will be a little different for Dublin. I kind of would want to see it, but yeah, U of H was going to do that. It didn't happen. But I would be interested in it. But I think with the way things stand now, it would be, yeah, I think you can play in week 0 because your schedule has something weird in it. But I am all for it. If you can get an extra week off in this season, you do it. And week 0 would give you an extra week in the season to rest and to get yourself back to where you want to be. Brad?
What?
Why do you want to play in week 0? Pay attention.
No, I mean, I want to play in week 0 just because I want to get it started. And I also like the idea of being the one of the few first ones, all eyes on us, because that's big gambling money's coming in on that, and everybody's watching. I mean, if we sat there and actually watched Northwestern play in week 0. Come on, that's how desperate things get.
If you remember during COVID, Austin Peay played in the first game, and I had never been more excited to see the Governors on television than that week. Oh, it was so great. Brad, I miss your soothing, wise voice. Today you sound like Darth Vader. Knocking off the rust, I understand. Love it. It finally feels like the season is upon us with you guys back doing pods. Thank you. We appreciate it. We're excited. I've been looking forward to this for a while. Protect Wegman and keep him healthy, and we win 7-8 games. I am somewhere between 6 and 7 wins right now. 8 seems like a big push to me because that means you've got to go win multiple road games and win the whole slate at home. I don't know if this team is ready for that big a step yet, but it's possible. You won a road game at TCU that nobody thought you'd win. So, how does the DL look in practice? Is Platt starting to play? I'm going to address the second one first. So Willie and the staff has asked us if we come to practice that we do not share injury information. It's one of the only rules we have, and I'm going to respect that. Corey Platt is coming off an injury. He is in practice. He has been working. We have put videos out. I think he is probably slated to start the year. Who knows if he's on a pitch count? It could be. But I think he'll be here. With the defensive line, I think they've looked pretty good. I think you're going to see some younger guys shuffle through. It's going to be more by committee, and let's see who can go prove themselves on the field. Building a sorta media empire, I see, Ryan. Good for you. Cougs appreciate it. Much needed in the power forward. Thank you. We're building a massive empire. We're taking over everything. We had to let the intern go, but that's just how things go. You can't budget for everything.
Or maybe he got promoted.
Maybe he did get promoted. Duarte in the background. Look at that. Look at my boy. Just hanging out back there, eating his cougar tail. You can see Galen next to him, judging the shit out of him. Like, no. Nope. Not having it. Where does Austin fit into the offense when Keyshawn comes in next year? I don't. Is he the starter day one? No. Connor Wegman should still be here. Austin will be here. Austin will have a year on him in the offense. Connor will have a year on him on the offense. I can't imagine that you automatically put a freshman as a starter. I just can't. If he wins the job, go get it. But he's going to have to work for it. He's going to have to earn it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to earn their spot no matter what.
And I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. If he's the best guy you have, this is great. But it's not necessarily true. I think Austin is going to do some different things in the offense this year. Things you have not seen a quarterback do. I think there's a possibility you have 2 and 3 quarterbacks in a game at the same time. I don't know, though, we'll see. But I just don't think you can assume that Henderson comes in and is immediately the starter. If he is, fantastic for everyone. I had some starred comments I wanted to get to.
There's no telling.
What do you think of Eddie's thoughts on Cody Campbell and KU's big donation? I think, I really don't think he thinks about it, to be honest, but not huge deal. Is Connor going to be on the show? Yes. He had a scheduling thing tonight. His girlfriend was in a pretty serious accident early in the summer, and he had something to do with that, and that's perfectly fine. Live your life. He will be here. Don't worry about that. We're going to bring on assistant coaches. We're going to bring on recruits. And so it's going to be a very diverse show this season. It's going to be a little different this week and next week, but I promise you, starting after that SFA game, you're going to love what you see. Can't wait to see Connor. I hope he has a 5-star year. Brad, how are we doing on the entries there? Are we ready to draw the first one?
You can look at the screen right there.
Well, I'm blind. I can't really see it, but I'm going to trust you.
We got 30. We got 36.
Okay. I feel like we should have more than that.
Anybody make sure you type.
You got 60 seconds before
hashtag section 12X.
All right. Get your 12X in, and you got to think with the talent, multiple quarterbacks could really confuse opposing teams. I don't know. I think you run the risk of confusing your own team at some point.
Well, and the way football is, especially these days, it's always been true that you need to have a solid backup. But quarterback has become so much more important in today's game than in the past, that if you don't have a backup, you are really screwed if anything happens. I mean, you're talking about you could be looking at an 8-win season potentially, and then it turns into a 2-win season. We've got to be able to have depth. We got to keep adding depth, and it's a tough thing to do, especially in an era like free transfer era.
Yeah. because all it takes is a Cody Campbell type at Texas Tech to decide that's the quarterback we want, and just go throw a ton of money at somebody. And what do? Somebody gets a $2 million offer. I mean, I can't blame him.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't own any oil companies that I could sell to become a billionaire. So maybe if I win the lottery, I'm not going to tell anybody if and when I win the lottery.
Oh, we'll know.
There'll be signs.
Yeah, there will be signs. Is the Fritz culture solidly established at this point? I'm going to tell you, I'm around the team more than anybody that's an outsider. Anybody that's not involved with the team, nobody's around them more. And I don't know the answer to this. I think you'll learn during the season. I think they cleaned house a little bit in the offseason to go more in the direction that they wanted, to get some of the I don't want to say cancers, but the people that didn't need to be here out. They have improved the talent where every guy that's coming in is better than the guy that he replaced. I don't remember very many instances where that's not true. It's just talent-wise. I think it's a much better talented roster, and they definitely buy in. But I think to know the culture, you have to see how they're actually doing in games. Is that fair?
I think it's fair. Yeah, because the culture is really going to show when things get rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, culture is always great when you're winning.
Well, you don't have to have a culture to win. You have to have a culture whenever when everything's going wrong. We look at basketball and hold that up and say, basketball, that was a culture win. This was a culture win. This was a culture win. We don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully we don't find out anytime soon. Give us a month to before we have to kind of dig into that and see what that.
Yeah. If you don't know until Colorado or going to Oregon State, and then you find out, that's probably a pretty good deal. All right, Brad, go ahead and take the first.
All right. We're going for the first one. Which one's up for grabs?
We're going to do the hat first. Okay. So this is for a hat. You get to choose which hat you get. You get to choose.
Okay, you could get the one like mine, which is badass.
Yeah. Or you can get the other one, which has the vintage Cougar on it. I'm blanking on what he calls that. But Swagger
Coug, I'm gonna hit
that's
draw.
what he calls it. Swagger Coug. Go ahead and hit draw.
Boom, here we go.
You can still get your name in this. Hashtag section 127, section 12X. Excuse me. I don't know why I say 27. I am such an idiot. I understand. Coug 93, winner.
Coug 93, congratulations.
So you can, Coug 93. I don't know why I keep going to section 127. I don't know why that keeps being in my head. So you can go send your information to info@section12x.com, and Frederick will take care of you. How about we do this? We're going to give away a polo right now. You can still get in. Hashtag section 12X. Hashtag section 12X. You can still get in. We're going to give away a polo next. And then GoCoogs is going to give away a hat. Frederick gave away a hat. He's giving away a polo. We're going to give away a hat as well. So let's go ahead and give the.
We're gonna have to do it all over again because it only allowed us to do one.
So everybody has to enter again. I guess sometimes we find out new things.
Make sure
that's on us. That's on us. So Coug 93, you get the hat we're going to ask y'all for entries real quick. Hashtag section 12X. And we'll be there in just a minute. Brad, answer this question while we get people. How do you keep 3 quarterbacks happy without playing them?
Well, I mean, if you're, the short answer is you don't, but you've got to be, it all happens with recruiting. It all starts with recruiting. Of course, when you're recruiting a guy, they should know, one, that you're going to have to fight for your position no matter what. But 2, as a recruiter and as a staff, you have to be able to judge the character of the players that you're bringing in, that they're going to be that type of person that if they don't win the job, they are prepared to take the reins and be the next man up. Now, I don't know how that happens over a couple of years or so. That's kind of unfortunately the $1 million question. Because it's not like a running back. There's only one quarterback that can play at a time. It's not like a receiver, defensive back. Just you can't really platoon them.
And the fact is you're never going to keep multiple quarterbacks happy. You can recruit and develop guys that want to be here and play for this team, but you're going to lose quarterbacks. You're just always going to lose quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. And it's just part of the deal. You're going to lose everybody. I think from 5 years from now, the percentage of players that never transfer is going to be less than 20%. Is that fair?
Yeah.
10?
Well, and the thing is that as much as players want to transfer, there's also that other thing that they don't like, that coaches don't like to talk about, is that they kind of like that, they kind of like their own selfish side of the portal, because they sure as hell don't mind putting bodies in there.
No. And
they've been doing it. They've been doing it for 50 years at least.
Yeah, for sure.
I think some of our older members called it a coach would break your plate, meaning your scholarship is gone.
Okay, get some section 12X comments, just a few more, and then we're going to go ahead and do this one. Appreciate y'all being patient with us because, we never given 2 things away.
I know. We're very happy that we've got a new partner on board.
Yeah.
But it also is a nice check that, hey, did you stick around to the last few minutes?
Yep. All right. Go ahead and give it away. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Here we go. Okay, bets off.
Oscar
Gutierrez. Congratulations.
I feel like he's won before. Something Galen gave away maybe. But there you go. Info at section12x.com. And Brad, I want you to do one more. We're going to do this one more time for a hat we're going to give away. And it's just going to be hashtag GoCoogs. We're going to make this. Oh, wait, we can do this? Oh, I thought you were giving it away already. Shout out to the 1,100 people that have watched this stream. We are so thankful that you did this.
You guys are you're really spoiling us.
Yeah.
This is like a NCAA tournament game.
Well, this is the new normal, Brad. When Starnes and I were doing this, the 2 of us, our feeds freezing up and nothing working and nobody watching.
Well, I can't.
That was pretty freaking bad.
Yeah, I mean, I even stopped watching.
Yeah, well, my mother told me today, she's like, I'm only going to watch Eddie. I'm like, Mom, you could just watch the whole damn thing.
Wanda, go
But
ahead.
yeah,
Wanda, go ahead and make sure you hit that GoCoogs. We changed it up on everybody. This is one.
Yeah.
This is one for that Ryan's giving away.
yeah. So hashtag GoCoogs. Wanda, make sure to do it. Thank you guys. Never won anything before. Hot damn.
No, but I tell you
I
what,
thought you did, Oscar. I apologize.
No, but Oscar's been around before.
Yeah. I've only won one thing in my life. It was at a McNeese basketball game. I was 5 years old, and it was a Coors Light sign that was like 4 feet long. It was a light up. It wasn't neon, but it was a light up sign, a Coors Light sign.
I won a punch in the face in Section 12X.
I saw that actually. I always thought it would be me, the one that got punched first, but
I will tell you the crowd tonight, we really do appreciate it. But I mean, think about it. It tells you that there's something going on this year. I think after that big basketball run last year, and everybody, after the pain of watching a lot of the football from last year, we still remember some of the highs, like walking in and donkey punching TCU at their place. And then the K-State and Utah outcomes were pretty good. So this year, I think it's going to be, I mean, Ryan, did you predict bowl game? Is that what you said earlier?
I 6 and 6, 7 and 5. I think you go to a bowl game. I do. I think you get 2 wins in the first 2 weeks. That Colorado game is probably, for me, the difference between 6 and 7 wins.
I'm glad we get them when we do.
For sure.
Get them early.
Deion's going to have his porta potty there on the sideline. And it's on a Friday night. I think that they're going to struggle coming down into this humidity in mid-September. And if Willie's just going to run the ball for 4 quarters and wear him out late.
Oh, yeah. And we'll probably do a lot more of that next week. Get into season predictions and whatnot, but I'm just happy to see the momentum starting early. Hopefully we can keep that thing rolling for a while, because I have a feeling it's going to be a really, really, really nice year all around.
It very well could be.
Get to a bowl game, win the bowl game. And by bowl game, I mean playoffs.
What?
Exactly. Hey, why not? Why not us?
Yeah. Hashtag sober towns.
Hey.
I won courtside seats in the seat upgrade and a $50 gift certificate to Irma's when Dickie was coaching.
I'm sorry.
That Irma's gift card was worth way more than that seat upgrade.
Irma's is delicious.
You know, I'm an Irma's fan. You know, this summer I discovered that I have a new favorite steakhouse in Houston.
Where?
I've always been Ruth Chris, but Vic and Anthony's Tillman Place, and I didn't know this. I didn't know this about myself. It's a path to discovery.
It's
but
really good.
Yeah, and
it was really good last time I was there a long time ago.
There you go. Please no outdoor bowl, especially in Dallas-Fort Worth. I think the best outdoor bowl game U of H has ever had, well, at least in the last 30 years in Dallas, was the one in the Cotton Bowl where you beat Penn State early 2012. Everything else, the weather has been so freaking miserable. I guess Kansas 2005 was not bad.
That was cold. That was really
But it
cold.
wasn't like 2009 where
no.
Your fingers are frozen.
It was
off.
just, I mean, it was mainly wind was what.
Yeah.
So
I did not go to the Army 70 Major Applewhite 14 game.
No.
So I can't comment on that. But yeah. What do you think our chances of a 4-0 start are? It's the third game. It's the Colorado game that I honestly think you could go to Oregon State and win there. But I have no idea what Colorado is. I don't know what U of H is. And I think U of H goes or crumbles with the offensive line. But I just don't know what Colorado is. And so I really don't have any expectations either way. So our guy, Mike Craven at Dave Campbell's Texas Football, said U of H is going to start 6-1. I don't think there's a U of H fan alive that would not take that. But then I think he had him going 0-5 to end the year and finish 6-6 or 7-7 somewhere.
Well, and let's think of that though. If you started 6-1, would you be pissed that you went 0-5?
Yes, I think everybody would. If you remember that Art Browse's first year, they got off to that magical start. You beat Rice, you beat Mississippi State. Things are going in the right direction. And then Memphis comes in with a wide receiver at quarterback and beat you. You ended up 7-5. You had to beat UAB in the last game to go to a bowl. You go to Hawaii, you lose in triple overtime. Not great. Do you think the likely bowl option is Texas? The bowl situation changes so much every year, and because you're always wrangling for games because of the number of teams that are eligible, and the playoff keeps getting bigger, and I don't know. Here's the one that I think everybody would agree with. The Independence Bowl was miserable. The pipes in the stadium is busted. No plumbing. Porta potties only. And when that's all over, you're in Shreveport. And
was that the Vanderbilt
was
game?
Dana a couple years ago.
Oh yeah, well I completely forgot.
Louisiana.
I blocked that out of my head.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. Is Kingston Flemings looking like a starter right now?
Hold on. I don't know the answer to that.
I do.
But I think I do. But I'll tell you this, if it's even a question and if there's a possibility that he would be a starter right now, then he's probably a top 5 pick in the draft. That's how good he'll have to be a starter.
Milo Shuzan has to have an arm chopped off and replaced with a flipper for Kingston to be a starter today. Could Kingston work his way there? Maybe, but it's Jamal Shed is the best player of a generation at U of H, perhaps, and he wasn't ready as a freshman. Kingston is a better player coming in, but I can't make myself believe that Kingston Flemings is a starter for this team. Maybe he is.
Well,
but
the thing
that's just such a big thing to say.
Well, it's not a slight to him whatsoever.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's literally that's how I think Milos is that good. I think he's a really, really, really fantastic player.
Milos from January 1st, well, really February 1st, if you want to say, to the end of the tournament was head and heels better than he was any of his first few months.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, he took steps that we didn't think he could take.
Well, he proved
solid. Us all.
He was solid in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
He became a different player in conference, but then that last half of conference and then into the tournament, that was when, I mean, if you remember sitting here with Galen, and it went from he'll be back, and Galen all of a sudden starts changing his tune. He goes, he could be gone. He could get drafted. Yeah. I'm like, no way. And then, of course, he goes out and has a baller game. It's like, okay, well, maybe I see what you're talking about. I just think he's that good.
Even dead U of H fans would take 6-1. That's true. Can't really disagree with that. Thank you, Tony.
I didn't know if he was talking about fans or my soul.
Well, your soul has been dead for at least 22 years. Since I met you at the Michigan trip in 2003,
I think he probably died.
your soul
there.
was dead. Yeah. Ben Williams gets his first win. Cougars win 4-0. I'm going to be honest. I watched some of that opener at UTSA. The camera was like, it was not refreshing very much, and so it was this really clunky game, and I just couldn't make it work right now or then. But glad to hear they won tonight. I like Ben Williams. He is a different kind of coach, something I just never heard in soccer, and I'm interested to see how he does. He's got obviously a long leash, and good for him. Good win. Kingston as third guard, not replacing Milos. Who's the third starting guard right now? Well, you have Emmanuel, and you have Milos, and who am I missing, Brad? I feel like I'm just blanking. Well, he's not a guard. Not a guard. If he becomes a guard.
No. I thought you were trying to name the starting five. The probably starting five.
Well, he just said, who's the third starting guard right now?
Zay? Harwell?
I feel like I'm supposed to answer Mercy Miller.
Well, I mean,
my gut tells me right now, Chase McCarty.
Well, there's your X factor right there.
Yeah,
because I think at that, I would think that. Well, I mean, depends on what kind of lineup you want to have. Because I mean, if you're looking at CNAC and JoJo in the paint, which only JoJo will be in the paint, but that guard, you can either turn that guard into another shooting guard, or you can turn it into a small forward. But I mean, you've got three legit weapons to put in there immediately.
Jamie says Mercy, Harwell. Maybe. Jamie knows more than I do. That's for damn sure.
And hey, this isn't, I haven't seen anything that's gone on this summer, but apparently, I mean, McCarty's been getting a lot of run from a lot of people. I think Rothstein has been talking a lot about him, and I think, and I know Fran's been talking about him. It'll be interesting. I mean, we're going to have some really fun problems when basketball comes.
The preseason schedule, the before conference schedule, is as interesting as any they've ever had. At least in the 25 years I've been watching, 28 years I've been watching this team.
How so?
I think Florida State's an interesting game. I think going to Newark to play Arkansas is pretty interesting. It's on December 20th, which is not my favorite time to go to New York City. But
why not?
Because hotel rooms would be about $1,000 a night for a Motel 6, Motel 5. Yeah. The Vegas schedule is great. And
well, I mean, you're skipping over the Auburn game.
Oh, and we go to Auburn on the 16th of November on the off week.
To Birmingham.
Right. You go to Birmingham, play in Birmingham, I believe.
Which is playing in Auburn.
It's the off week. Right. I mean, you did it in the tournament a couple years ago. It's the off week for football in November. So I'll be going to Birmingham. I'm going to Orlando for a football game for the first time in forever.
Oh, good Lord.
Going to Oklahoma State, going to Rice, going to Baylor. I don't remember who else. Not going to Oregon State. decided to take that week off.
And there's a possibility to have functional internet. Is that true?
It has been for an hour and 40 minutes tonight.
Okay.
I mean, mine's been better than yours. Remember when you said at 45 minutes into the show, wow, we got a lot done in 45 minutes, and now we've just spent an hour kind of bullshitting. Give away that hat.
All right. Ready?
Just give the damn thing away.
Boom, draw.
I'm rooting for you. Tony B.
I was going to say, is Mac going to win that?
It looked like it was about to come up with Mac.
I know.
But Tony B.
Tony B, congratulations.
Contact us through social media at GoCoogs1 anywhere, or you can go to GoCoogs.com. Go to more in the navigation. There's a contact feature there. You can contact us that way. However, you make that work. Get in touch with us. Ryan, here's the all caps. You're not joining me at Oregon State. No, I'm not.
You're not going to Oregon State?
No.
Why not?
It's a good week to be off. And the travel just didn't work for me. There's some things.
There you go, Tony.
At that point in the year. Yes. So we're going to get you a hat. You get to choose. You want the Swagger Coug or the Golf Coug. I'm going to tell you, the guys that have had the Golf Coug hat have loved it. Not a lot of guys have chosen the Swagger hat that I've offered to. But if that's what you want, that H on his jersey just pops. You're going to like that.
What, this one?
Brad went with the golf hat. No, the other one, the Swagger hat. So there you go.
I went with this one because this is the similar to the. I used to have a few sleeves of Pro V or Pro. No, was it Pro V1s back then?
Are you thinking Ballotas? Because Pro V1s is what we play now.
No,
I might have given it. Did I give them to you?
No, I got them from Jeff Burns.
Okay. Because I have several dozen that I keep giving away with that logo. Thanks to Peggy Williams-Grote, Dave Williams' daughter, gave us access to that. Ryan, what level of improvement do you see on the offensive line? They're going to have to make a decision about a couple spots before I can answer that question. I think there's a little fluidity at left tackle. I had David Ndukwe penciled in there. I'm not 100% certain that's going to happen. I think center is kind of up for grabs right now. And if center is not solidified, I don't think any of the rest of the line can be its best. So you've got to choose a center and start repping nonstop with him.
I'm hoping that we take care of business in week 1 and 2 so we can see some heavy rotation.
Yes, that's what you need. You need to see some different guys getting game reps. You have transfers. Dalton Merriman's going to be your right tackle. Jason Brooks is going to be your left guard. Center's up in the air. If in center is Pancake Hunter or Matt Wyckoff. If Pancake is the center, Wyckoff is going to be your right guard. If Wyckoff is the center, I think Mackenzie Agnello from New Mexico is going to be your right guard. So if Pancake is not the starter, that's 5 new guys on the offensive line. That's hard to do. So you're just going to have to see. I think this week is going to tell the whole tale. I think probably early in the week, Monday, Tuesday, it's nailed down. And I'm
going to say that I don't think you have actually official starters until the bye week.
Well, no, but I'm talking about game one. I mean, you've got to start getting your stuff ready
Yeah.
for game one. And you haven't done that to this point. It's just not, it's not nailed down. Talking to Dalton Merriman, the new right tackle, I think he's really smart. Several players have said that he brings a level of sophistication to the line that they haven't seen in a few years. I'm interested to see if that's true.
I don't know what that means.
Jason Brooks, exactly. Jason Brooks has been the left guard since day one of fall ball. I think he is the most settled guy on the line. I think that's going to be it for sure. So can you see if they're not better, then this was a whole failure. So I do expect them to be better. I just don't know how much better they're going to be. That was a complete non-answer, I think. Maybe you got something out of it, but maybe it just was a crappy answer. Apologize if it was. Brad, give us your final thoughts. Let's wrap this up. We're at 1,317 viewers. We appreciate you
very much.
There's 0 viewers on the Facebook. Once again, doesn't matter how much we grow.
We did have a strong 2 likes. So
2 likes
Facebook
Thank you.
strong, baby.
Thank you, Facebook.
We think.
Give us your final thoughts, Brad.
Man,
what we went through tonight, episode 1.
You know, this summer was rough. It took me a long time to get over March.
April.
Huh?
March was good. April.
Well, I mean, the whole thing was just emotionally draining, and then the way it ended, it was just a heartbreak. But anyhow, I didn't look at anything hardly until like the last week or so. But tonight, talking with Eddie, got me fired up, and I'm back dialed in. I needed that lift, and then Tanner and Stephon were great. I think some really good things are happening. You know, I picked 6-6 last year, and we won a few that I'd had no thought of us winning, and we lost a couple that, you know, possibly could have won. But I think things are gonna. It's been a while since we've had a really good football team.
And you and I agree that the 2021 team, the 10-win team, was pretty hollow, right?
Well,
I don't consider that a really good team.
Given that it was the worst schedule in the history of the program, I mean, they did exactly what you would expect to do against the worst schedule ever.
That's fair.
But you feel that you sense the momentum of things starting to happen. I like where we're sitting in recruiting. It'd be nice to pop a couple of other nice ones, but I don't know. For the short story long, I'm pretty fired up, and I'm glad we had the guests that we had, because they're the reason why. They're the reason why.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I think last year's team didn't lose games they probably could have won. I think last year's team overachieved by a good bit. I really do. I don't see. It feels like you got a lot out of the talent you had, and maybe that's the wrong thing to say, but I mean, you got shut out a couple of times. It was bad, and then to pop the wins against TCU and Kansas State and Utah was, I think, pretty unexpected. But I was not sold on that team. I think this team is talent-wise much, much, much better. I think this team has a much more manageable schedule. So I think there's good reason for optimism. I think it all goes to the offensive line. If the offensive line is better and gives Tanner time, Tanner has looked really good this fall. I think he had kind of an off scrimmage 2 back, but everything since then, he has been absolutely sound. I want to step back and say something about one of these photos behind me. You were talking about the gut punch that the Florida game was. And when I was going to find photos to put on this wall, I found one from Mario from the national title game. It's tip-off. And I don't remember this. But JoJo is like 8 feet above this dude. I mean, this is not fair. And so JoJo, this tip-off is on the wall, is right back here over my right shoulder. So
I was wondering if that
love
was
that photo.
I thought it was like a layup.
No, well, it could be. It could be a jumper. And then Jack Martin next to him. The guy's coming out last year, a slam by JVR, and then Kelvin just looking absolutely disgusted right at me. So appreciate that, Kelvin. Back to our old ways. Yep. And then, of course, Brad Towns right there, just over my shoulder. Thank y'all so much for watching. We're at 1,342 viewers. That is insanity for a preseason podcast. But we appreciate you so much. We have not spoken enough about Star Pizza in this episode. I'm going to be completely honest with you, and that is wrong. Star Pizza, get you some Star Pizza. They're good people. They're happy people. Saw them tonight. Was excited. Get you some Star Pizza. They're our good friends. Also, while you're at it, like and subscribe right on YouTube. We need you to get to YouTube. Like and subscribe to these videos. Watch. Ask for more ads. Just say, give me some more ads. But we appreciate it. Thank y'all so much for watching Star Pizza. Get you some Star Pizza. Section.
Hey, like I said, guys, diets are done. You gotta carbo load for the season.
Yeah. How'd that go for you last year? Nothing.
It worked well until it didn't.
That's always how it goes, huh? It works well until it doesn't.
I'm telling them to do it, not me.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I'm gonna eat there. I mean, I'll have some salads.
Yeah. Next week we're gonna tell you who our mystery player, former player, who's gonna work with us on Cats this year. I'm excited about it. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's a perfect fit. We're gonna tell you about our new video series. So much happening. We're gonna talk some basketball next week as well. And then you have the season opener coming just a few days later. GoCoogs.com for everything you want. Star Pizza, section12x.com. Get you the polos, get you the hats. We've got 3 winners tonight. We appreciate everybody for doing the drawings. Brad, thank you so much. We promised each other we would only do this for an hour. We're almost to 2. But we appreciate it. Thank y'all, and we'll see you again next Sunday night.